Hi, welcome back to TAROTPOSH. I'm happy to have you here. I'm just going to be doing a mini read. You can check below in the description box for the timestamps, and I'm going to do timestamps for this video. It's going to be called the Tower Spread. The spread that I was sitting and I was like thinking, and it just, just came to me. So I figured I would share it with you. So it's for all signs. You can check the timestamp below. And it's going to be the first card. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be the root cause, your role in the situation, outside influence or influencers, the climax, like right before the pot boils, and the fall. Now, the fall is not a negative thing. This is for anyone. It's a general reading for each sign, and you could look at the timestamps below. And it's a general reading because, I sit there and I'm think, we all have tower moments, right? So I'm like, wouldn't it be great, like, if, every once in a while we had a reading to check in to just see maybe how we could avoid the tower moment or best navigate that tower moment. So that's what this is for. This is not doom and gloom. Things sometimes have to, the tower is disruption, feeling uncomfortable. It could be, everything falling apart, but it usually in life, that isn't what it is. It's just those moments, the ebb and flow of life that, we just have to have patience, um, believe in a higher power, and just really, we can't control what happens to us, right? In these tower moments. But having a little window in to see maybe how we could best navigate helps us control how we react to those tower moment and situations. Sometimes a tower moment could be, you know, somebody getting nasty with us, or while we're waiting online at the supermarket, or somebody taking our parking spot and we're like late for work, or we have 2 seconds like to, go in the store and pick something up, or whatever it is, whatever it means to you. So it's far reaching, those tower moments. And it's like that Clint Eastwood movie, those old movies, those Westerns. I love Clint Eastwood. And I think after Elvis, he was the first one I was in love with. And I definitely nothing harm to Elvis, God rest his soul. But Clint Eastwood, definitely, definitely. And I love those movies. So we could all learn something from the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? So let's get to it. Check the timestamps below. My playlists are categorized by month, so you can always check any other aspects of your sign. This is for all signs, but all the signs are categorized by month. So you'll click on, say, August, and you'll see each sign's reading, okay? So I am going to be delving in to do some of these check-in mini reads. And we'll see how it goes. And I am opening for readings. I'm going to post the information September 1st. I already did book some. So I'm actually available right now, September 7th, going forward. All right. So, but I will post that. And you could check my page on Facebook as well that I set up. And we'll go from there. So let's get to it. So the Tower Spread. So I'm going to use the Lightseers Tarot. This is actually the tower here, okay? And this is like my what should call it? This is from the whitewitchoracle.com. You can find her on Instagram. And I got this when I ordered her Crystal Ball Pocket Oracle deck a while back. This is it's not a lot of cards, but definitely if you want to use these for clarifiers or even a mini read, the artwork is really beautiful. And my favorite is the owl. And this one, I love this one. You're going in the right direction. So I love the shop, everything. I think it's on Etsy. But you could check are out. She has a great site, great post, great Instagram feed. So I love this because it says, may this little card be a support when it's hard. Complete protection it will bestow wherever it may go. So I guess since I'm doing like the tower reading, like how to avoid the tower, how to navigate the tower in all our lives, this is definitely for me. So take care. All right, let's get to it. So we're using the Light Seers Tarot for this. If I need oracle cards, I will pull them. And I also have a clarifier. Probably not doing clarifier. So probably just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for each sign. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, it's the root cause, your role, the outside influences, the climax, and the fall. But you know what happens? Well, sometimes we have to let things fall in order to rebuild. Sometimes we just have to take like our hands off, I don't want to say off the wheel of fortune. You know, we want to maybe loosen our grip, but sometimes we have to just let the universe, we have to use our free will, but we also have to use our intuition to guide us regarding these tower moments, okay? So, you know, we co-create our life with our thoughts and the ebb and flow of the universe. So what you're looking for is looking for you, for sure. So definitely think positive thoughts, think good thoughts, and don't put your head in the tumbleweed of negative thoughts, because that itself can bring on tower moments, okay? And I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a medical professional, so that's just from experience, right? We're all human, so we do have similar experiences. All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to do Aries. Oh my goodness, I already have them coming out. All right, Aries. And right now we're in the waning gibbous. We're in the waning gibbous for Aries. And with the waning gibbous, on Thursday, August 26, 2021, waning gibbous moon is slow growth, slow down, shed excess, practicing gratitude, open your heart chakra, give back, and love. Spread the love, right? Doesn't mean you have to run out in the street hugging strangers, but hugging a tree maybe, or buying somebody a cup of coffee, or picking up groceries for somebody who is not well in your family or friends. That's nice to do. So let me go back. So the organs ruled in waning gibbous for Aries is the head, the teeth, the tongue, and the arteries. So maybe, you know, the tongue is how we talk. So sometimes that could be like, you know, watch what we say. So the tower spread, the root cause, you're walking away from what doesn't serve you anymore, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. King of Cups. Your role is being the King of Cups, right? The root cause of a possible tower moment is the Eight of Cups. You walking away from doesn't serve you, saying no. The King of Cups, there's ships that are sailed in the background. You're letting, you know, bygones be bygones. You're letting things go. You are sort of an island unto yourself. You have water all around you, but you're sustaining emotional intelligence, okay? This is not, you know, a very long reading for each. I'm going to do each sign, so it's going to be quick. 3, outside influences. Outside influences as Hanged Man. Outside influences is people around you or the situation in general that this may apply to. It could be love, career, relationship. It could be anything in your life. Only you know. So the Hangman could be taking a pause and not moving at the speed that you would like. You know, maybe somebody's contemplating something and they're not moving at your, you know, things are at a standstill. Things are at a standstill. Okay, that's the outside influence. The climax. The climax, Aries. Climax is like, wow. The climax is you wanting to bring things as the Empress to fruition, okay? Aries is a fixed sign. Spring is your season. The Emperor is your card, but the Empress came up, okay? And you're a cardinal sign, so you take the lead in the initiative. So, you know, when you take the lead in the initiative, as and card number 3, the Hangman, is outside influencers, that could be a little difficult for you. So the climax is you pushing forward and birthing this, all right? You finally pushing forward and birthing this. Now, there's no clarifiers here, but I would have to say maybe, you know, you birthing it too soon. I don't know. But the Fool, the Tower, the possible moment that you want to avoid. Ooh, judgments. Now, that could be seen as a wake-up call. That could be seen as a wake-up call. So let's review it. The root cause of this tower, possible tower moment, is 8 of Cups. Walking away what doesn't serve you anymore. Card number 2, you're rolling it. So you're walking away from what doesn't serve you anymore, Aries, and you are being the King of Pentacles. But people outside of you, or the situation itself, is like taking a standstill. Maybe they're taken aback and they're like, whoa, you've like gotten a little fierce here, and you're standing up for yourself. Maybe you're you know, putting your foot down, and you're not playing the same thing. You know, it's like if you always do what you've done, you always get what you got, but you're not doing that. And that could be the cause for this. People want us to stay the same. They don't like change, right? And we're guilty of that as well with other people. So, excuse me. The climax here, again, the Empress and the Fool is when you realize, you know, it's like Alice when she falls, right? She's still okay at the end. And Alice in Wonderland, it could be a little painful at times, right? Go ask Alice. Alice is my middle name. I just, on YouTube, saw Grace Slick. Someone took just the vocals from that song, just her vocals with no music. If you listen to that, it'll give you chills. Her voice is amazing, amazing. And I listened to it, and it's just incredible. So sometimes we need to go ask Alice. And in the end, it's going to be uncomfortable to release your true self, and this is a wake-up call. And judgment for this card with Lightseers Tarot, I feel like you're breaking free from it, and it's going to be uncomfortable. And that Tower moment is about, you know, upheaval, disruption, discomfort, but you got this. I'm going to pull a card from the John Holland Psychic Tarot, and then I'm going to close this for you and go on to Taurus. So I hope you like that tower spread. Please hit like and subscribe and spread the love. Spread the love. More like and subscribe. Yes, I know, you heard it. Everybody says that. Yeah. But you know what? If I don't get likes and subscribes, you know, you can comment and say hi too. Then I can't continue to post the videos, and it doesn't get to the people that need to get the message. So please hit like and subscribe if you feel the information is significant for you. If it's not yours, don't force it. So, oh, jeez, 6 of Pentacles. This overall energy for this has to do with equal give and take, 6 of Pentacles. But it's also, you know, definitely with that judgment as the Fool. It's like you fall from grace in a good way because you're releasing your true self. And that is like the big message since the full moon. It's been the big message. If you look at my readings for 823 to 829, you'll see if you check out each sign. So now I'm going to do Taurus. So I'm going to pause this for a second and shuffle the cards. Okay, so I shuffled the cards. We're going to do Taurus now. Taurus, you are an earth sign, of course. Very grounded. Winter is your season. The Hierophant is your card. You're a fixed sign, so you're stable and determined. This we know for sure. So, let's see this tarot. So we're going to do the tower spread for you. And as I said, this is the Tower. How to avoid, how to navigate it, right? If you're not going through a Tower moment, then this is not for you. Tower moment, like I said, could be something, you know, total upheaval in our lives, or it could be, you know, someone stealing our parking space, you know, and anything in between. So, I don't know why, but I just got something about like health. I did mention in the beginning in the intro what the Aries waning gibbous, what organs, like body organs, like what areas of the body that it affects. So you could go back and look at that. I'll probably put that in the timestamp too. So, in the light of the light, through the light, thank you for the gifts of insight. I pledge never to take them in vain. Never. So, the root cause is sustaining your money, home life, physical material possessions, health, income, education, career, household, dwelling, meaning those four walls that you live in and you pay for. And if you don't pay for it, but you're in a relationship and that's where you live, then that's fine too. It's wherever you live. Your role is that somehow you're seeking justice. You're reflecting back on yourself or a family member. Definitely like a dual side of you or an alter ego. Could be your conscious, subconscious. Your role is justice. So you could be serving justice within this Tower spread. Your outside influences or influencers. Ten of Wands. Burdens. The Ten of Wands, you know, she's packed up, she's ready to go. She came down that trail. She had way down the mountain. It's like you're going back to your roots. You're going back to your roots and starting again, right? I have green nail polish on today. It's actually called Totally. Toad. Green, like a frog. Totally. I just read it on the bottom because I have to get another bottle. And I don't always wear this, but I don't know. Halloween's coming. 66 days, 65 days. So I just felt like being green. So definitely came down the mountain. And this being your outside influencers is the burdens that you carry and the journey you've taken. Okay? The climax. The climax, which will alert you that a tower is possibly coming. Tower moment is possibly there. Homecoming celebration. Maybe this has to do with family coming together. Maybe there's going to be a Tower moment regarding the root cause of you sustaining your home life and money. Maybe you are the head of the household, okay? And that could be the cause. And your role is seeking justice for everyone. Maybe also trying to keep justice also brings peace. And I do notice with this justice card, I definitely feel like, you know, if it's not a different version of her, that they're like related. Sisters, you know, brothers, like, you know, whatever it is. I don't read gender, I read energy. So I'm seeing feminine energy, or, you know, take it as it applies. So the Four of Wands is the climax. Now that's with a place where it could happen, where you gotta like bite your tongue. Ooh, I said bite your tongue. I know Aries with the waning gibbous, that the tongue is one of the organs, so that's funny I said that. But you don't want to bite your tongue. I mean, not literally, but you know, just be aware. Ooh, this just flew out. The Four. So the actual Tower moment comes when you have cackling in your ear. You've pulled like two sides of the story maybe, and you know your eyes are covered, so you can't really see clearly. and you're in the dark, and these birds, these swords, the crows actually, our crows. Actually, our crows did number on a bird feeder today. We refilled it tonight and this evening, and they like threw all the other birds off. I mean, they don't hurt them; they all get along. But they were like hanging on there. They're too heavy for it. But I feel that they're actually helping her here. They're helping her get out of it. But they could also be tormenting her too. I feel like maybe you're getting tormented, because that's what I'm getting with this. So that's when the Tower moment comes. When it's too much for you, you just want to close your eyes, and you don't know, you're trying to get them out of your hair, and that's going to be the Tower moment. So I'm going to take a card from the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck, and then we're going to close this for Taurus, and then we're going to move on to Gemini, okay? Gemini. Nope, we're not Gemini yet. We're Taurus. I let my Taurus people. Emotional loss. Whew. I'm not clarifying, but this has to do, the overall energy for this Tower moment is emotional loss. Dealing with emotional loss. Releasing emotional loss. We have to release what, Eight of Cups to me is like walking away from no longer service. Five of Cups, though, is like you need to release in the traditional tarot. It's 3 cups, and the guy's, in sorrow with his black cape, like mourning it. He's far away from the, the castle, but there's 2 cups behind him, and he could pick those up, go on the bridge, and, So it's like, until you release what you need to, which is perfectly fine, the more you hold on to what you need to release, the more time you're going to spend like this before you can embrace what's left over after this, if that makes sense, Taurus. So that's what I have for you. I'm going to shuffle the cards. We're going to do Gemini. Okay, Gemini, I'm back. All right, so we're going to do continuation of the Tower spread. So it's like how to avoid, how to navigate. If you have a Tower moment coming up, like I said, don't force it. Tower moment could be someone stealing a parking space, up till total upheaval in our life. So wherever that meter lies, the ebb and flow of life, good, the bad, and the ugly. So Tower is not always, the most detrimental thing, because it could be something that causes upheaval and causes us then to rebuild, right? All right, so move this along a little quicker. Gemini, you are a air sign. Yes, yes. Like almost, I just had a picture of like arrows, like an archer. Even though Sagittarius is the archer, I feel like right now you're in the mode where you're like shooting arrows at your target of the goal you want. So Gemini is the Lovers, mutable sign, changeable and adaptable. Okay. So Lovers is the major arcana card for you, Gemini. Now, that doesn't necessarily have to do with lovers. It has to do with choices and, polar opposites, or, meeting of the minds, or like attracts like, it has to do with a lot of things. So let's get to it. Lights is Tarot. I stopped the video, as I said, and I shuffled the cards. One more quick shuffle. We're going to do Tower spread for you. Oh, the root cause is already flying out. The root cause is, it came out in reverse, Queen of Wands. So you're nurturing your fiery motivation for yourself or for others is in a blockage. Queens are water and energy, always underlying. So that's feelings, emotions, relations, love, intuition, being sensitive and receptive. But in reverse, it's moody, morose, poetic, annoying, could be a little annoying. Like, poor me, woe is me, instead of nurturing, you're like sucking the life out of everyone. The Queen of Wands can flame the dragon and tame the dragon. So if it's in reverse, you know, it's a little off course. So, she is wands over that, nurturing energy. So, that's passion, energy, creation, hot, fiery, temper. But in reverse could be aggression, overly dramatic, adventurous in a negative way, adventurous and taking too many risks. So that is the root cause for this tarot moment. So you could see how the building blocks of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the root cause, your role, the outside influence, or influences the climax, or the sign that shows it's about to happen, and then the fall, which is actually a tower. Your role, oh my goodness. Now, I've shuffled these cards and I'm getting reverses, and I don't often get reverses. Your role is that you have a blockage with this death and rebirth. Okay? Death is usually transformation. So it's like you don't want to transform. You want to stay, you know, in the status quo as things are. What are your outside influencers? So you don't want to move forward to transformation. You have blockage with that, with the is that called transformation. And 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. So that also to me is like blockage in Empress. So it's like crazy. Four cards again. The outside influences is strength in reverse. Wow. And that is, people are not being strong for you. People are not showing up for you. I wouldn't say people aren't supporting you, but if they are supporting you, they're not being strong. They're not being strong for you. And, you know, the strength card in reverse, if it's, you know, strength in reverse, to me, it's weakness. So either people are being weak around you because maybe you could be overbearing because you're in that negative, that not negative. Well, yeah, negative. You're in that negative Queen of Wands. So if she could flame the dragon and tame the dragon, you know, obviously she's flaming the dragon to go out and burn up the cities and burn everybody up because she's mad, or, you know, who knows. Now you have in reverse the climax, the Queen of Swords. I can't believe I have all these cards in reverse. And the deck itself is not in reverse, so, you know, I always check that. Now, I can't even. Oh my goodness. The Queen of Swords is in reverse. So again, it's cups energy. So it's that nurturing energy. Queens create the environment, being, you know, nurturing, loving, receptive, but having the Queen of Swords in reverse and having her underlying cup energy being moody, morose, poetic, and just bitchy, not good. And then to have the sword on top of it, it's like, ooh, that would be sword energy, thoughts, communication, intellect, analyzing, unfeeling, critical, if it's in reverse. Critical, anxious, calculating, truth-seeking to like a fault, like, you know, uncovering everything, like paranoia, and then total judgment of self and judgment of people outside of you. So that's the climax. When you see yourself be acting out, and, you know, you don't have that nurturing that you have, and you don't have that intellect that you have, and they're both turned upside down, that is the sign that you've had it, or people have had it with you. So the Fool, the Tower, what is it? 5, the Fool. I don't mean the fall like autumn, I mean the fall. Wow. 4 of Swords. First card I got that's not in reverse. And I am not, it's not that I don't read reverse cards, Gemini, but I, you know, I make sure, like when I reshuffle and after I do readings or I go to do events, you know, when I clean my cards and when I reshuffle, I always put them back in, upright order. If they happen to go in reverse, then that's very much a sign. So this is very much a sign for you with the Tower here, the Tower spread. The Four of Swords is saying, when you feel like you are knocked on your butt, literally, and like you have to take like your heart out, and like it's almost like putting it on rosary beads. I don't want to say that because not everybody is, Catholic. So, or whatever mantra beads, or whatever chants, or mantra, or, whatever you do, consistently when you're feeling blue, whatever, to pull yourself out of it, you're going to need that. And you need to give your heart a rest. You definitely need to give your heart a rest here. And you need to just rest after strife. Rest after strife. I did have the Knight of Pentacles come out as well. So I'm just going to take that as like a sidebar, and I'm going to say that the Knight of Pentacles actually is, stays close to home. The Knight is that fire energy, that passionate, very like, sexual energy, passion, energy creation, hot, fiery. And the Knight is very methodical with the Pentacles, with that earth energy, overlaying that passionate energy. And earth energy is the physical material, the possessions, health, income, education, career, household, dwelling, your home life, putting your lipstick on before you go to the store, shining your shoes, dressing for success, taking care of yourself as well. To me, it's pouring yourself a bubble bath, whatever. So the overall energy for this reading is the Devil, 15, temptation. I feel like this is a side note for you to let you know it's possible to rebuild. After all these cards are in reverse for this Tower spread, it's possible to rebuild with the Knight of Pentacles here. That's the energy you should be stepping into, especially because you're an air sign. Especially with the air, you have that Queen of Swords here in reverse, which is the climax before the fall. And you'll know what's happening when you just like want to go to bed. And we need to rest. Like when something gives upheaval like this, and I feel with you, Gemini, this is definitely a stronger, more powerful discomfort. And it may be a snapshot in time. It could last a day. Everything could unravel, right? But just know, like when a ball of yarn unravels, we can roll it back up again, okay? And that's what this Knight of Pentacles is here to tell you. So the temptation here, this also could do with money, finances, how you handle your money. Knights are about expansion and protection, okay? They, leave the castle. The Knight of Pentacles stays closer to the castle, probably because, that Knight is expansion and protection, but he's more about expanding and protecting the wealth and the finances, right? And everything that has to do with the home life. So this here, as the overall energy, is temptation. So this is John Holland's Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. So that is the card for the Devil in the traditional tarot. But I'm seeing that as a Gemini, I have to pick out here that there's two sides. Like you're two-faced. You're two-faced, or you can't make a decision. You're like back and forth, back and forth. And anyone who tries to give you light or light working or bring you light or shed light on the situation, you don't want to see it, look at it, hear it, and you're just casting it away. So that is the red flag for you. And there is a lot of red here, and he's casting away this light, but then the key is here with the heart on it. So that light is being given to you. And if you just don't, push it away, it could be the key. So, and help you rebuild. So Gemini, I'm sorry if that was a reversed, reverse card reading. The cards don't lie, so however they come, they come. And I don't edit my videos like that, so whatever it comes out, comes out. So I hope things turn in your favor very soon. This won't be for everyone. It's a general reading. So if it doesn't apply to you, if it's not significant, don't force it to fit. And be well. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to shuffle the cards, and then I'm going to do Cancer. Cancer's reading. Hi, Cancer. Okay, so I shuffled the cards. Let's get to it. And this is Tower spread. Cancer, you're a water sign. The Chariot is your card. So you are also a cardinal sign, and you take the lead and the initiative. And summer is your season. So I hope you get an Indian summer, and it's extended for you. So I felt like I need to get one more shuffle, so let's get to it. So the root cause for this Tower spread. Decision time, planning, being strategic, not sure about which choice to make. There's a longing, there's a sense of longing within this card. So I feel like we're in the waiting gibbous in Aries, and I feel like you're waning a little bit in your decision. Your role is collaborating. Your role maybe is, I'm getting like embracing a collaboration or a relationship because it's like so good, and maybe not being able to make a move or make a decision and move forward. This also, to me, in this depiction, in the lights here, is with the worlds here, it has to do with travel, being strategic, decisions, and you've made a choice here, and you have one up against the wall there. So your role is possibly putting that relationship collaboration first before yourself. Your outside influence is Knight of Pentacles. So Knight of Pentacles could be, I'm just getting what I'm getting. So now I don't read gender, so this is, the Two of Wands is feminine energy. This could be masculine, feminine, energy, either one. And this is masculine energy, but take it as it applies because we all have masculine, feminine energy within us. So you could be, influenced with expansion and protection of the wands underlying the knight, and then having the pentacles and having that, solid future. So I feel maybe, that outside influence that's making you hold on to this instead of deciding maybe what you really want. We'll see what else comes out. Cancer is that, you're choosing, what do they say? Love over money, money over love. Not exactly, but if it applies, take it as it resonates. The climax is change happening fast. Messages coming in fast. Eight of Wands could also be travel for me, but in this card, it's really just all of a sudden is quick change. There's just like everything coming at once. And that is your sign that this tower moment is coming. Maybe somebody's changing their minds. The fall is when, wow, you can't make this stuff up. And so the fall is when you actually say you remove yourself and you hold on to your own pentacles, which is also, for me, this card strongly is always self-worth. Self-worth, earth is also physical, material possessions, health, income, education, career, household, dwelling where you live. 4 is Emperor energy, so it's your foundation. So something may be rocking your foundation, and you may do a 360 change to hold on to your self-worth and your own plan. It also could be the 4 of Pentacles that we're holding on to things. But in this card, I don't get that depiction. I'm getting what I said originally. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The tower spread for you. Now I'm going to pull one card from the John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle as the overall energy. Curious to see what we get because this was interesting tower spread. So this is what you need to know to either, you know, if you're having this happen, oh, well, I just looked when I went to shuffle and I have light. This is the Sun card. This is happiness, you reaching just and embodying every good thing, going back to innocence, happiness, success, and I have to say, belief in yourself, letting in the light. And that is maybe asking you, like, what does happiness, success, and innocence mean to you? Does it mean that outside influence of that Knight of Pentacles, which is outside of you? Or does it mean, you know, you doing the 360 and holding on to your own? And that's going to make you feel this way. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. I'm going to pause this and then I'm going to do Leo. Okay? So, okay, Leo, here we go. So I shuffled the cards and I'm going to do the tarot spread for you. Leo, you are a fixed sign. Oh, I just saw the Nine of Pentacles. I'm not pulling anything out yet. I'm already getting cards. Okay. Okay. Leo, the Strength card from the Major Arcana and the Tarot is your card. You are a fixed sign, so you're stable and determined. You're a fire sign, so you have that fiery wands energy. Excuse me, passion, energy, creation, hot, fiery. Negative aspects, you could have temper, you could be aggressive, you could be overly dramatic, drama queen, adventurous to a fault, and you could be a little too risky for other people's taste. But I think Leo usually is very emboldened, and I think they use their intuition very well. So I'm a Leo moon, so there you go. Ooh, the devil just came out. I'm gonna put it back. Right, I'm still shuffling. I shuffled before, but I just felt I needed to do a few more shuffles. So here we go. Again, it's the waning gibbous in Aries right now. You want to practice gratitude. Okay, let's go. Root cause for the tower spread, tower moment. How to navigate a tower moment you could possibly be having, coming up, or to avoid. The root cause, foundation, being the emperor. Emperor and the empress rule all the kingdoms. They rule the cups, the swords, the just think. I got a little tired. The cups, the swords, the wands, the pentacles. So that emperor threw me off a little bit. And they play the chess game of life here, right? There's a lot of orange here. When I see that yellowy orange fire, I always think of Leo. Leo, like the sun. So the root cause is you being that emperor energy and maintaining your foundation or creating a foundation. Your role is you are charitable, kind, you're practicing equal give and take. That also opens doors for you when you do that, right? If that's the way you work with that emperor energy, that's a very good thing, especially in business. Six of Pentacles. Pentacles could have to do with business, physical, material possessions, health, income, education, career, household, home life, even, you know, buying a new suit, looking good, but not, you know, going into that to do it, but just, you know, taking care of yourself, right? I don't know. I feel a lot of, with that emperor, I feel a lot of masculine energy now. I feel like that there's a lot of masculine energy going to be in this reading. The outside influences is Eight of Wands. Although you are, you know, that, oh my goodness, the sun is on the bottom. Okay, let's see. Okay, although you like that Six of Pentacles, you know, that equal give and take, something might ruffle your feathers. Change coming in fast, messages coming in fast, information coming in fast. Maybe you can't download it quick enough. The climax is going to be when you feel that happiness and success. So this, I think, is a good thing. Maybe the outside influence is that the outside influences change outside of you that you can't control. But the climax is going to be when you're feeling that innocence, happiness, success, just, being in that total sun energy, just being your full Leo self, right? And watch the full. I don't see anything negative here. Yeah. Tarot's for guidance. There's nothing written in stone. We all have free will. And this doesn't apply to everyone. It's a general reading. The Fool. Wow. I'm going to have to, I don't know. I'm not clarifying, but I might have to clarify this. King of Pentacles is sustaining your place on the throne. So you might be so like, I got this, happiness, success. Just when you feel everything's perfect, the Fool could be when you're finally in that place, being that Knight of Pentacles on the throne. Kings are always vulnerable. So there's no paranoia here. This is just for guidance. You getting into that space and that place that you worked hard for with this Emperor energy, right? The root cause. The root cause is you building your foundation. Once you get to that top and get in that throne and get that King of Pentacles energy for that physical, material, possession, health, income, education, career, household, dwelling, your home life, once you got your I and cross your T's, this just came out as well. There's something that could be teetering that. Or what I'm seeing is that you getting in that position could be uncomfortable for you. So I don't feel this is like a tarot moment where it's like, oh my God. So I feel this is a tarot moment like you finally got what you wanted. You're stepping into that energy in that role. And, kings, they have sword energy underlying. All kings have sword energy underlying. Now the Pentacles is overlaying that. So that's grounding energy to ground you from all that air energy, that intellect. So it's a good balance, I feel. But I feel once you get in that spot, you might feel a little uncomfortable. But I had this card come out after, and this is the Star card, which is hope and faith. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. You actually wished for this. You wished upon a star, and now you got it. Now you stepped into it. So the only discomfort I'm seeing, or the upheaval I'm seeing, is that you might feel a little bit uncomfortable in your skin. You might believe like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. I can't believe I got this, Leo. Right? And that's not a bad thing, And it might upheaval your life because it's happening fast. Happening fast. And I almost feel like this is like a lottery win or something. That's what I'm feeling. Like you planned it, you wished for it, you hoped for it, but yeah, it was unexpected. It's like you did a vision board and you wrote 2 years ago, I want to be a millionaire, or I want to have this, or I want to have a new car, or I want to, be the top of my game. I want to be like the best YouTube influencer, whatever. And then all of a sudden it happens and you were like, whoa, wow, can't believe it. But you got it. 8 of Cups. Okay. So the whole energy of this reading, this tarot reading, about how to navigate or what to avoid if you have a tarot moment coming, or you feel one's coming, or you'll know if this applies to you, because it is sort of specific. So 8 of Cups is actually, in order to do this, you had to release and walk away from what didn't serve you anymore. You had to like go and, put all your emotions into the vast ocean and let them go instead of carrying them around anymore. Can't make this stuff up. This is Memories of Love. This is 6 of Cups energy, which it was actually your role here. Yes. Your role. So it's like you did equal give and take with yourself. You cared for yourself, and that's incredible. This is an incredible reading. Eight of Cups is actually you released it, and you did that to level yourself up and step into this, and you wished for it, and you got it. So Leo, that's what I have for you. Namaste. I pray you find your way. I'm gonna shuffle the cards, and then I'm going to do Virgo. So congrats. Whatever this is, you did it. Take a bow, Leo. Awesome job. Okay, Virgo, let's get to it. So, shuffle the cards plenty. We're going to do root cause. Root cause is Seven of Pentacles. Putting down roots, planting those seeds, and actually making an effort within yourself to put that energy into it, okay? Taking deliberate action is the root cause. And also waiting for things to come to fruition, waiting, expectant, right? But you're taking an active role. An active role in the root cause. Your role is resting, taking care of yourself and waiting on this growth. Pentacles, again, are, physical, material possessions, health, income, education, career, household, home life, taking care of ourselves, investing in ourselves and in life and in physical, material possessions, finances as well. The sword energy is the thoughts, communication, intellect, analyzing. Air energy, outside influences, the Empress. So somebody outside of you, even though your role is putting this energy into, planting, you planted and putting those, well, I didn't see you plant them, but I'm seeing you putting being an active participant and patiently, waiting, resting in recovery after the work you did. You might have expelled a lot of energy there. But somebody outside of you is the person who's going to bring things to fruition. So even though you're putting the energy in there, it might be someone outside of you, Empress. This is feminine energy. This is masculine energy. But take it as it applies. I don't read gender. I just read the energy. So somebody outside of you may be having a hand and bringing to fruition your Seven of Pentacles there. Climax for this, navigating this tower moment, avoiding this tower moment, dealing with this tower moment. The climax is when you get in your head about it and you're actually, looking at yourself. Yes. So the climax is going to be when you're like tied up in your head about it. That's going to be assigned to you. And you're like looking at yourself and being like, wow, I started out so good here, growing my pentacles here, putting roots down. And now this is the energy that, you're watching yourself be in. So that's a signal beforehand when you get in that energy that you should, it's a signal. I wouldn't say a warning. I don't like the word warning. I would say it's a signal. The Fool. Page of Wands. So the Fool is going to be when possibly pages they're not knights, they're not kings, they're not queens, they're not kings, so they don't have that maturity. Pages are a little naive. You could receive a message from someone, especially, with this, I could see you could receive a message from someone to tell you to be like, oh, just, be carefree and throw caution to the winds and just, see where it lands, right? And that energy, and that could be, if you embrace that energy, where the Tower moment could happen. And it could be, Tower moment is upheaval, discomfort, things falling apart, things not coming, to surface the way we wanted, our pentacles and the hard work we put in, not, coming to fruition. Outside influence here is Empress, so it's like somebody outside of you has the controls of how this is going to come to fruition. So with this as the Page of Wands, I feel like you're caught up in the motivation. You could see that. It's like a swirl of energy. It's almost naivety too. And I feel like someone is going to come towards you with this energy, or you yourself are going to step into that energy and just be happy-go-lucky when maybe, and that will be the fall, being happy-go-lucky when you started out like this, being intense, active participants. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. You're an earth sign. Hermit is your card. You're mutable, so you're changeable and adaptable. And winter is your season. Maybe you like the summer, but winter is your season. So now you're an earth sign, and you started out with the root cause being here, your Seven of Pentacles. Without the Seven of Pentacles, we can't build that Emperor energy, right? We can't build a foundation. So you started. Let's see what we get with the John Helen Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. Three of Pentacles. So the overall energy is, which this makes total sense, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, recognition and reward. This is Three of Pentacles, which is work, teamwork, it's like how you present yourself to the world, right? And I notice in this here, like this is, the head is bowed. Even though you're up on that platform and, you're wearing this gold and this beautiful, medallion, your head is bowing. So are you bowing to this Empress outside influence who took the controls over from this? But the overall energy is sort of be cautious of what you consider teamwork and how you get your recognition and reward in life. So it's just a snapshot in time. And that's it. So I'm going to shuffle and I'll do Libra. Okay, Libra, let's get to it. So shuffle the cards and we're going to do the root cause, your role, outside influences, the climax, and the fall, which is the Tower moment. So Libra, you are an air sign and autumn is your season. Your card for the major arcana is Justice. I'm doing a lot of readings all at once with this reading, so my little cheat sheet. It's hard to remember everything all the time when you're doing them all together like this. So if you see me look over, that's why. You're a cardinal sign, so you take the lead in the initiative. So let's see if the Justice card comes up for you within this Tower spread. Now, this Tower card was not pulled from this deck. I have I ended up buying 3 different Lightseers Tarot decks because I was doing outdoor events readings this summer and tarot readings. And once there was a lightning storm, I lost 2 cards because I was reading this couple and it started raining. So I couldn't get replacements for those. I tried, contacted, and, I don't know what happened. I never got replacements, which is fine. I love the deck. But then I was doing a reading last week and the Queen of Pentacles just flew out. It didn't come up all night, so it just flew out. So I guess somebody needed to find that card and feel really, really good. Because that's a fabulous card to pick up and find on the ground. So I ended up getting 2 more 1, 2. Well, I actually have 3 Lightseers Tarot now, other than the one that I was missing cards from. Because I'm going to laminate one, and I'm going to use one just for a travel deck. But anyway, Libra, let me get back to your reading. So anyway, but I do have that original one that I just keep pulling. You know, if I use as if I'm missing any cards, which is good to do. This is a great deck. It's the modern day tarot deck to me, like modern day, like the Smith Waite, you know, Rider Waite. I feel that. I mean, everyone who uses this deck, so many people do. They know they can relate to these cards. It's just the feeling is, you know, great. So Chris-Anne did a great job with this deck because I mean, so many people love it, and I love it. One thing I do notice about the Lightseers Tarot is with her eyes, is when you look at this depiction, it looks like her eyes are closed, but really her eyes are there. So her eyes are closed, but you can still see her eyeballs through it, which is pretty cool. Okay, so Libra, the root cause for your tower moment. 2 of Swords. Wow. Not messing around. 2 of Swords, air energy. 2 of Swords. Having people cackle in your ear, having to make a decision, not wanting to see things, being indecisive, you know, staying in the dark about things. Your role in it is Queen of Wands. You are, you know, just into being nurturing and passionate, motivating right now. You really don't want to have to, you know, deal with this root cause. Your role also is that you could be, this root cause could be within you or outside of you, okay? It could be just the situation, the root cause. It could be a person, place, or thing, blah, blah, blah. But the Queen of Wands here, she is always that cup energy. Cup runneth over underneath, being the nurturing, mothering energy. And she's the person who, you know, will like listen to you when you talk. Really, really very empathic, a lot of empathy, sympathy. And then, you know, she'll dry your tears and she'll motivate you. And she could also be a mentor and just, you know, just take things and, you know, you're being that role right now. So whether it's to yourself or just the situation or to someone else, we'll see what happens. Outside influence is wanting to start again, leap of faith, taking the leap of faith, falling back into the water and just, you know, people outside of you could want you to take a leap of faith. People outside, it could be a specific person or just outside influences of a situation. The Fool is also going on a journey and could be naivety. I don't know why I can't say that word lately. Whatever is in her hands, I don't know what it is, but I'm telling you, when I'm seeing that right in my head, I'm just getting like, you're going somewhere to put somebody's ashes in the water. I've never gotten that when I've looked at this card, but for this, that's what I'm getting. You're just going somewhere to put somebody's ashes in the water. And that's the outside influence. And you're being the Queen of Wands in this role. So it's like the root cause is like not knowing what to do, indecisive situation. And then the climax is King of Cups. Wow. King of Cups is sustaining emotional maturity, especially because the King of Cups has that intellect, that mental clarity underlying with the Sword energy, but then the King of Cups overlaying it. So the climax is maybe when you feel you have a grasp over your emotions, that you're able to sustain an even keel and you're zen. That could be the climax for this possible tower. The Fall is, this is the major arcana card for Leo. The Fall is strength. Strength is strength within ourselves, strength within a situation. It's also gentleness because You have the lamb and the lion. But I do see the heart necklace around her chest. So I feel that it could be some discomfort, because here with the King of Cups, you have that emotional intelligence, right? You're sustaining that. But then it may become uncomfortable when you sort of get to the level of taking your heart and like wearing it like outside of yourself, not being so strong that you're, I don't want to say unfeeling, but being strong too far. I'm going to pull a John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle card, and we're going to get the energy for the overall reading. I feel there was a loss here. There's some type of loss. Could be loss of a loved one. But the outside influence is being the Fool, falling backwards, and you're just getting that image. You know, when I see the Fool here coming after your role as the Queen of Wands, it's no mystery that here you are, Queen of Wands up in the air. She's holding on to a wand here, it appears, to stop from falling into the water. And that isn't a mistake. Remember, Queen of Wands is that nurturing energy, and the fire energy with the wand is laid over it. Overall energy. Moving on. Ooh, that's what this is. That's what this root cause is. Being indecisive about your emotion, taking your emotions and moving on. Moving on and having the clarity to do so with the Six of Swords here. Moving on to less turbulent waters. And it's like time is of the essence here. You're walking from the dark into a doorway. There's a lot of purple in this card. So I feel you should watch, you know, what comes to you intuitively, and also with your crown chakra here. This is John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. It's no mistake, the cards are purple. I'm going to pull one more card for you, Libra. This was a quick but deep reading. Okay. So yeah. Maybe it's not just, you know, like ashes or whatever. It could be releasing whatever you feel this outside influences. It's like you're releasing it into like the ether, the ether. Like you're releasing it into the universe. You're releasing it into the pool of emotion. You're just letting it go. You can't carry it anymore. And it has to do with moving on, and this Two of Cups energy, embracing a new spiritual union. So that's what this is about. Okay? So, Namaste. I pray you find your way, Libra. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm going to do Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, here we go. So we're going to do the tower spread for you. Scorpio, your water sign. Autumn is your, summer is your season. Oh my God, I got to put my glasses on here to see. I made a mistake. Summer. Summer is your season. Death, for the major arcana, the death card is your card, which is all about transformation, constantly transforming yourself. Death and rebirth, transforming. It's like Mother Nature, right? I feel a lot of Scorpios are very into nature, very much so. They love being in the garden, love being outside, being by the ocean. Summer's your season, so I definitely feel that. And you're a fixed sign, so you're stable and determined. So let's do the tower spread for you. The root cause, Queen of Cups, double water energy. Nurturing, very empathic, loving energy. So it's all about emotion upon emotion. Water, water, water. And she's sitting there in that, submerged in that water, but very zen and calling on a higher vibration of herself, calling on a higher power. And just, you know, sitting in the bottom, like she's in the bathtub. Like she's in the bathtub of empathy and sympathy, right? Embracing the energy, the water energy. So the root cause, it could be, let's see what else comes out. Your role is gaining mental clarity over emotion. Gaining mental clarity over all that emotion. Queens nurture and they create the environment. So if the root cause is that the environment is too emotional, I don't see it reversed, but you know, this is just a quick mini tower spread. So we'll see what else we got. The outside influences. Oh my goodness. I just got this. I just got the same card for Libra. The Fool. Falling back into that water and embracing and releasing whatever is in there, whatever is in that. Trying to see exactly what that is. I don't know why I'm noticing that tonight so much when I've seen these cards so many times. It definitely looks like, I don't know, to me it looks like what you would put somebody's ashes in. The climax is the outside influences is really a leap of faith. Outside influences feel you should make a new beginning. Five of Swords is the climax when you feel like it's just too much, too many things being told in your head. Battling, bullying, the climax. When you start to argue about it, that's when you know. King of Cups. It may be some discomfort and uncomfortable when you get to this point. It's like an evolution of the root cause to the fall from Queen of Cups to King of Cups. So I feel that Queen of Cups is double water energy. Queens are cups energy to begin with, which is that feelings, emotions, relations, love, intuition, being sensitive, receptive. And that's times two. Okay. Now, the king is sword energy underlying. So thoughts, communication, intellect, analyzing, being, going with a clear mind over things, approaching things with that underlying mental clarity, clear minds, analyzing things, not getting sucked right up in that emotion. So it's like an evolution from the Queen of Cups with this tower reading, to how to navigate a possible tower reading coming, or if you're in one now, don't force it if it doesn't fit. So Scorpio. So now what you do is you have that mental clarity, and then you have the cups energy over it, which, that's a good thing. And you're sustaining the environment. Queens nurture the environment, kings sustain the environment. So if you had a choice, I don't know, I would think King of Cups to sustain your environment would be better. Nurturing the environment with the Queen of Cups, but to sustain the environment, you don't just want to be wishy-washy all over. You want to have like that sort of energy and intellect with the emotion goes well, I feel. And you're being crowned for it. I'm going to see what the overall energy is for this reading, for this tarot reading. With the John Holland Psychic Oracle. To get more clarity. like the King of Cups. And he's just meditating. Like he's like floating almost. He's got his hand on the star here. He's letting ships that sail just sail. He's not holding on to them. And he has the star here, and his hand is just touching that water, touching that bowl. And he's just like zen and meditating. Ooh. The overall energy, I'm having 7 of Swords, which is deception and envy. And it's also not deceiving ourselves or deceiving ourselves and taking the mask off and not wearing a mask. Feel the overall energy for this and message for you personally is not to wear a mask. Now, I've got this, I think, in the same card, I'm pretty sure, in your reading for the 23rd to 29th. Don't wear a mask. Don't hide your feelings. Don't wear a mask to hide that emotional loss. People want you to release. The climax is when you're getting in your head and you could be bullying yourself or just listening to too much about it. And this whole process and evolution from the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Cups, the whole Tower is just making you take the blinders off, which is uncomfortable, right? Going from that deception and envy, the emotional loss, and this process, right? Letting go with letting go and letting go and having a new beginning over that emotional loss, letting it finally go. Take the mask off, because we deceive ourselves too, right? And we also wear a mask and hide our feelings, right? And that's why with the King of Cups, you need to have that, but that could be uncomfortable for you. Your role, you start the root cause is this, too much emotion, right? Your role was the Ace of Swords to bring in mental clarity, and then you end up as an evolution, Queen of Cups to King of Cups, and that all together right there, that whole process is your Tower moment. The Nine of Pentacles here, that is being self-sufficient, stepping into your like own, feeling comfortable in your own skin, and just, this is a definitely different depiction than this, right? And this is where you are, and you deserve it. As uncomfortable as it could have been, you know, it's a good change. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. I'm going to shuffle the cards. I'm going to do Sagittarius. Hi, Sag. Okay, so I'm going to do your reading. This is, again, going to be card 1, the root cause. Card 2, your role. Card 3, outside influences. 4, the climax, or the signal or the sign that something is about to happen. And that is the point where you could actually change direction, change course. We all have free will, so take it as it applies if it's significant for you. But card number 5 is the Fool, or that actual Tower moment. So this is, again, the Tower spread. So it's how to navigate or how to avoid Tower moments that we have, which I had said earlier could be anything from someone taking our parking spot, us, you know, breaking a nail, you know, or total like upheaval and life-changing things. So take it as it applies. Don't force anything to fit. Sagittarius is a fire sign. Fire, fire, fire. I'm a Sag, so fellow Saggies. Spring is our season. Temperance is our card. That balance, patience. Definitely fire signs need balance, especially Sag. And your mutable sign, which is good because you're changeable and adaptable. So let's get to it. Root cause. Oh my goodness. Libra, Scorpio. Yeah, Libra, Scorpio, and Sag had this card in different depictions. But I believe that Libra, if you go back, Libra and Scorpio had it in the outside influences. So root cause is a new beginning, taking a leap of faith, just really falling back in and in that, you know, sea of emotions. But I do notice it's like mapped out. It's like there's a plan this time, right? I feel it's a map. Well, there's actually a safety net as well. And, you know, being a fire sign, she's holding on to this wand before she falls into the water, because, you know, Sages, they could feel emotion, but they definitely are more into being motivated and, you know, like this, and, you know, they feel emotions, but they don't want to be submerged in them, right? That is true, depending on the other aspects of your chart. That's the root cause. What's your role? Your role is the Judgment card. Releasing your true self. Wake up call. I mean, it's like, you know, Elton John, Hold Me Close to Tiny Dances. She's like a ballerina coming out of her. I mean, I wish, you know, I could just, you know, and have a ballerina, you know. I always wondered how, like, they walk on their toes. It's so beautiful. I don't think I could ever do that. Not now, anyway. But I do like the ballerina outfit. I think they're very cute. I have a lot of respect for them because ballerinas, their bodies are amazing and they have to be like so strong. And I feel what this is saying is your role now is also to be strong and fit enough to mentally, physically, and emotionally handle this change, this awakening. Yeah. Also be your role with spiritual gifts. When I see that, I feel that, you know, when it's a release of your true self, your soul, it's like you're letting your soul, your vibration elevate, and it's an awakening throughout your whole life. Okay, so outside influences are the Empress. Outside influences are the Empress. The climax is Queen of Cups. The Fall, Nine of Wands. She's been holding that, carrying that torch for a very long time. That's the wounded warrior. And I feel like the Fall is going to be maybe you getting tired of being the wounded warrior, tired of constantly standing behind the fence, maintaining boundaries. So, again, we have the root cause I went over was the Fool, the Judgment card as your role, Empress, influence outside of you. Influence outside of you is, I guess it's trying to tell me that the Empress co-creates with us. Not everything that we want to bring to fruition is in our hands. Sometimes we have to relinquish some of our wishes and our role in becoming a new version of ourselves. Also could see that a mother is an outside influence for you, someone you consider to be a mother, motherly figure. But I'm also getting like the outside influence is the earth and the moon. Like however the moon affects you, with how you're creating things, with what you're bringing to fruition, I feel like the outside influences are literally like the moon and the universe in this here, especially with this Judgment card here. The Queen of Cups is the climax. So I feel when you get to the point where you are, you know, really, really, really like super, super empathic at that moment. When you're written, this is feminine energy, but we all have masculine, feminine energy, so take it as it applies. Queen of Cups, just really empathic and just, but riding that, like, it's like you're mastering it. So it's like the climax is going to happen when you feel like you're like balancing yourself in all that emotion. Creating that environment, empathic environment, that's what I'm getting. And the Fall is when you're going from this and all this work that's been done and going back to that fire energy. Fire. Like too much fire energy could be, you know, a fiery temper, could be aggressive, dramatic, adventurous to a fault, adventurous in, you know, dangerous ways, careless ways rather than strategic ways, rather than planned ways. and, you know, taking too many risks. But I feel that if you decide to go back to that wounded warrior energy, there's good and bad with it. It's good and bad with it. And all that you've done till now could, I mean, it's not lost forever, but it could be like going back to the beginning. And it's like the root cause is starting again with the new beginning. So it definitely makes sense if you go back to that energy. She does not look happy. I mean, she didn't. She's been carrying that switch for a while. And I think us Saggies, we've all been there. So, what is the overall energy for this, the overall reason or the energy for this reading, for this tarot spread? But I definitely feel your role is to know better with this wake-up call. And don't go back to this brooding. It's a little bit of a brooding energy because it is in the fall position. It is in that position of what's causing that tower. Well, that's how you'll know when the discomfort's coming, because of people, you know. So the overall energy is spiritual union, which to me, I feel it's a spiritual union in this here with yourself. And with this Queen of Cups here as the climax, I'm also getting that you want to have a meeting of the minds. You want to have that cup energy there. It's a collaboration. It's a collaboration. And also, I feel like I have to say it's a collaboration with the masculine and feminine sides of yourself. Because as I said, we both have masculine and feminine energies. Maybe, you know, this is a little bit opposing. And this is definitely a different energy, right? Starting here and then going to there. So I would definitely say you want to balance those energies within you, right? And have them, you know, it's almost like two minds coming together, conscious, subconscious, and just coming together. And the green is so much heart chakra here for the spiritual union. So it's like your mind and your heart have to, you know, come together. And that fire energy, when you see all this, it's like almost like fire in there, but it's encapsulated within the green of the heart, with the heart chakra. So that's what I have for you, Sag. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and then I'm going to do Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. Okay, so we're going to do your tarot spread. And you're an earth sign. Winter is your season. The Devil is your major arcana card, and you're a cardinal sign, so you take the lead and the initiative. So let's get to it. The root cause for your possible tower moment is recognition and reward. Someone's throwing a parade in your honor. You're up on the stage. The lights are burning hot. It feels good. It's almost like shining like the sun upon you, right? Your role, Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords has Knight's expansion protection. Knight has fire energy underlying. So that's passion energy, creation, hot, fiery, phallic, intimate, in and out energy. And then Swords energy overlying it. So it's like the Swords energy over the passion. It's like very, very truth seeking. Really, really truth seeking. Really like sort of like gung-ho. That Swords is, you know, analyzing thoughts, communication, and intellect. Your outside influences are equal give and take. That's my card for equal give and take. Pentacles are physical, material possessions, health, income, education, career, household, home life. what you put your energy into also. The climax, change. This is, I got this in another reading, everything happening quickly, messages coming in, information coming in. This could also be a card of travel. If you're like finding yourself moving, I do see with the Knight of Swords, that's your role. So you may be the person who is like going and hopping on and taking off, getting out of Dodge. But the root cause is victory. So victorious, but then, you know, seeking truth, getting out of Dodge, Six of Pentacles, outside influences. So it could be how someone is giving and taking with you, could be the outside influence. If it's equal and not equal, could be that outside influence. The Fall, suffering in silence. So that would make sense why your role is wanting to be the Knight of Swords, because you want to prevent this feeling. Okay. The root cause is having this recognition, reward, Six of Wands, you know, looking stellar, fabulous on the stage. That's feminine energy. So take it as it applies. Got, you know, your heels on, hands up in the air. Like I said, it's like the sun shining. But for some reason, that must have felt uncomfortable, or you wanted to escape it, or seek truth regarding it. It wasn't what you expected. Information is coming in quickly that is going to cause this tower of suffering and silence, sleepless nights, insomnia, sort of like a mental anguish as well, like things weighing heavy on our head. It's like, you know, we couldn't sleep, so we even, like, you know, and the crying was so loud that we went out in the fields, brought our pillow with us so nobody could hear us. So that's definitely suffering and silence. But there's always that one white angel, white hope there, right? Like a ghost almost, right? Yep. The ninth one is like our spirit totem. Now, just remember crows. I believe they are crows. I'm seeing them as crows. Crows clear the grounds. They're actually the bird for the Morrigan, and which is a shapeshifter, and in Celtic history. So Celtic, chakras, and Celtic. I was, you know, and I am Welsh English partially, so I should know that. But crows clear the grounds for rebirth, and the Sun card did come out as well. So I feel that although this is a little bit of a rough reading, and you are running away from something here, and ultimately it's going to have you have that moment where you know, the Tower moment is the uncomfortableness of you feeling that suffering in silence with the, you know, insomnia, sleepless nights. But the Sun is here. So I feel that this is, swords are also in your head, being in your head. So I feel like you could have brought yourself to this place and to this Tower moment from being just not stopping, wait a second, let me, you know, think about it. But nights are always about movement, so it's just like, nope, I'm gone. And I feel if you would have stuck around, you could have avoided all of this, and you could have just stepped right into that happiness and the success that you deserve. And did I say that it's like the sun shining on you, and then it's no joke, and you can't make this stuff up that the sun came out. So that's a significant message for you, Capricorn. Let's pull a card from the John Helen Psychic Tarot Oracle deck and close the reading for you. And then I'm going to move on to Aquarius. Aquarius. Dun, dun, dun. There's a band called The Fifth Dimension I grew up with in the 70s. Yep, I'm 54. And that was a great album. The 70s were so different. They really were. I mean, the 80s were good. The 90s, I don't know. I sound like my parents now. It's like, when I was your age, you know, things were much better and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, I think every generation has crap to deal with. Oh my God, the sun just came out again. That's the overall energy for this reading. You can't make this stuff up. As I'm talking about every generation when I was your age, the sun came out. It's like, Annie, the sun will come out tomorrow. I'm very singy tonight. I don't know. I'm a little tired, but can't make this stuff up, Capricorn. You can't. So this is your recovery, and this is the overall energy as well for the tower moment. So you got too much in your head, and you jumped the gun when you should have just stuck around and enjoyed the limelight. Sometimes we create our own tower moments because, you know, maybe we're uncomfortable and someone pays us a compliment or we get to this stage. But you know what? You have to be, you know, giving and receptive and let it happen and enjoy that. And enjoy every good thing that comes to you. So that's what I have for you. So I'm going to do Aquarius now. Okay, Aquarius, so I'm going to be doing your reading. So we have the root cause as Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is your cup runneth over, a new initiative. Cups are feelings, emotions, relations, love, intuition, sensitivity, being receptive. And literally, it's like your cup runneth over. A line from the movie Hope Floats. Your role is nostalgia. So you have this little boy with his dog, and then all the cups lead up to possibly present day when he's a grown man with his dog. It's a very sweet dog. Golden retrievers are so sweet. I love them. So it's like your role could be someone clinging to you for that nostalgia, or having a history, being part of a history with someone, being part of a loving history, nostalgic history. You know, like Linus with his blanket, or like, you know, Winnie Cooper from the Wonder Years, right? The outside influence, Nine of Pentacles. Outside influence from this relationship could be someone wanting to be, that's an outside influence, wanting to be self-sufficient or wanting you to be self-sufficient and, you know, holding your own, you know, always having, like, you know, pentacle in the water there, bubbling to fruition, always having something on the stove to cook for dinner time, you know, but still being able, it's like that commercial, perfume commercial. I could bring home the bacon. It's an old commercial. Fry it up in a pan and never, never let you forget you're a man. Yeah, it's a little womanizing, but, you know, it was back in the day. But what it means to me is that in that feminine energy, you're able to be many things and do many things. So either, you know, as an outside influence, someone is looking at you that way or wants you to be that way. Or it could be someone who is that way, who is influencing you. The climax, conflict. When you see conflict and, you know, the flames and the fire and passion, energy, creation, hot, fiery temper, also could be aggression, drama, as the climax. But someone's reaching the top. The climax could be fighting your way to the top, to fan your own flames, to light your own flames, to ignite your own future. The Fall. Temperance. Now, Aquarius. It's like balancing the sun and the moon. An angel. So let's see. Let's see what the overall energy for the reading is for Aquarius. Star is your card. You're a fixed sign. You're an air sign. Don't have any swords energy here right now, but that's okay. Autumn is your season. The fall is your season, which is coming. And the star is hope and faith, allowing yourself to be vulnerable again. Wouldn't it be amazing if that card came up? Obstacles and challenges. Same card, Five of Wands. The overall energy for the reading matches the climax of the Tower moment that you could be going through, or possibly, you know, Tower moments, discomfort, upheaval, could be anything. Doesn't have to be a major life change. But I do see from the major arcana, I do see the Temperance card here as the actual whole of the Tower. There could be just discomfort there in trying to seek balance, not being able to have balance, patience, but conflict here. Climax is you could be losing your patience when you're not having patience over conflict. That could cause a Tower moment. So to recap, the root cause is Ace of Cups. So it's a cup of love, either, you know, a new initiative of a cup of love being presented. Your role in it is maybe starting again with someone that you have a history with. The outside influence. This could also be, if you don't see yourself this way, it's something outside of you that you want to attain. This image of being self-sufficient, comfortable in your own skin, self-worth. It's almost like you want to like rewrite your history with the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, nostalgia, and the Nine of Pentacles. And that Nine of Pentacles could be someone outside of you influencing you. It could be even a mother figure, auntie, someone who is in this energy, Aquarius, that you want to emulate. But there's conflict. Because you can't quite get to that temperance balance. That's Sagittarius energy. So I don't know if you have a Sag involved with this, but the overall energy of this reading, of this Tower moment, has to do with overcoming obstacles and challenges. And, you know, you could easily step to the other side. Just like, you know, maybe you climbed up past all these people to get to the top. You could easily cross over to the other side, even though it's broken. I feel that this has to do, when I'm saying broken, I feel like that has to do is you overcoming obstacles and challenges, realizing you're not broken. Six of Swords, moving on to common waters. That Six of Swords energy is like everyone's in the boat with the swords piled in, and you're like swimming to the other side to get to land where it's definitely less chaos. And that has to do with, you know, the root cause being wanting this new beginning, fulfillments, and in every good way. Heart, a new beginning with the heart, or a new heart. Fulfillment of wishes, Nine of Cups, your cup runneth over. Again, ×9. And you realize that you're a treasure to yourself. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius, for this Tower spread. And with the Temperance here, if you can't balance that conflict, you need to move on from that conflict. Overcome those obstacles and challenges. Don't let them make you feel broken. And that's how you're going to get to that Nine of Pentacles. It's almost like the two waterfalls, they separated, right? Just for you. And I see a lot of that orange like energy. It almost looks like there's new growth. It's just a beautiful card. So, namaste. I pray you find your way. I'm going to shuffle and close out this reading with Pisces reading. Hi, Pisces. Pisces. Oh, lose my voice a little bit. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Your water sign, your season is summer. So I hope we have an Indian summer for you so it gets extended. The moon is your card. Pisces are tend to be a little bit psychic, or a lot psychic. Pisces is also mutable sign, so you're changeable and adaptable, which is very, very good. I wouldn't say you go with the flow, but I would say that you're changeable and adaptable based on the other aspects in your natal chart. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus is what this Tower spread is for. So again, this is just alerting you to any discomfort, any upheaval, anything that is not fun maybe, or annoying, or just whatever that you might be going through. If you're not going through anything, or you know, you're just looking at this as a caution of something you think might happen, this reading, which I created, it's going to be card 1, the root cause for the Tower moment, card 2, your role in the Tower moment, card 3, outside influence or influencers, meaning people, person, place, or thing. 4, the climax, which is the signal that, okay, yeah, you know, you could change direction, but this is what's happening. And a Tower moment could happen. 5 is the Fool, which is the actual Tower moment. Okay, and what is going on around that. So there's no clarifiers for this, really. I'm going to pull a John Holland Psychic Tarot Oracle deck at the end, and that'll give us the overall message energy for this Tower spread that you need to know. So we're using the same deck, the Lightseers Tarot. So here we go. You can check back at all the timestamps to see any other signs. I did do readings for August 23rd to 29th, and those were posted this past week, so you could check those out. I think they were posted Monday, yeah. So you could go back and check those out. Well, my playlist is categorized by month, so you can go and check those as well to find all the videos you like. So I haven't really said much during the video as far as liking and subscribing, but I'll say it now, Pisces, and at the end. So please like and subscribe and spread the love. You hitting like and subscribe helps me to do the videos for you more often, and it gets the message to anyone who needs to hear it. Much, much appreciated. So, wanted to give the cards one more shuffle. I just felt like I needed to. Alright. I had some cards fly out, and I didn't want to do that, so let's get to it. All these cards, like, okay. I wasn't even ready to lay them out, and they're just coming out weird. Pisces. Okay, I got a handle on it. All right, the root cause. 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups is, you know, not being happy with the status quo. Four of Cups is obviously a little apathy, you know, being stuck in a rut, just being like, you know, not interested in the things that are presented to you. You know, maybe you had some really good stuff in those bowls. You either dumped them out or you drank or ate them, and you just sort of feel like, eh. And then you have this one here, and you're not even looking at it. It's like, well, it's like Goldilocks. I call this my Goldilocks card. She tried everybody's porridge, and then the last one, she's like, you know what? It's not even worth trying. But you do have this tree of wisdom you could turn around, and these rainbows, and you could just pull out of that. So that's the root cause, being a little morose. Six of Swords is your role. Your role is to pull yourself out of that and venture on to calmer waters. Come from any turbulence that caused you to be in that root cause happens, and pull you out of that. Okay. And this card, it's very a little bit drab with the colors, but you do see that red. So even though her head is down, she's holding her hair. She looks somber, but she's dressed for success. Okay? Like, if you're having a bad day, put your red lipstick or your red shoes on. Maybe you'll feel better. And if you don't, at least you'll look good. So 3 is the outside influences. Change happening fast, messages coming in. There's definitely something with the waning gibbous in Aries that's going on where it's just like, you know, this is really, you know, slow growth, slowing down, shedding excess, practicing gratitude, opening your heart chakra, giving back, and practicing love, right? But there's something going on because I'm seeing opening your heart chakra, and heart chakra is green, and 2 of these wands are green. So it's almost like directing you to the center here, like the center, right? I have green on today. Green nail polish, green turquoise. So yeah, definitely feeling the love, feeling the green today. And there is a lot of green in this card. Looks green. So I feel that your role moves into from the Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters, moving on to out of the turbulence, allowing yourself to be directed, even if you're not taking the reins, allowing yourself to be guided. And that outside influence of the quick change or messages is coming in. And it's like you're going from this energy to this energy. This is the climax, stepping into feeling comfortable in your own skin. Your role here is to pull yourself out of that so you can step into this. And that's what the climax is. The fall, the tower moment, the uncomfortableness comes when you clean the cobwebs out of your mind and you develop some mental clarity. Or this is also my card for meditation. The uncomfortableness comes when you sort of get back into maybe a routine of practicing mental clarity, or you get back into a routine of thinking things through, taking a new initiative. It's like you got pulled away a little bit, right? Got stuck in that, and now this is the tower. This is the fall. But let me remind you, the tower is not a negative card. It's not always a negative card. Tower is change, unplanned change, or change that we are not really, you know, facing, and that we need to like be more aware of. And this is definitely awareness with the Ace of Swords, because aces go back to the Magician. Magician is all about being aware of what you're manifesting. So Ace of Swords is definitely mental clarity and manifesting and being aware of your thoughts. Because this is like depression a little bit to me, Pisces. And we've all been there. But that's how I see it, especially with that Cups energy. It's having apathy. Like, it's like nothing's like significant. It's like nothing is, and we could get in that stage, but you can't stay in that. You have to bring yourself out of it. And you do. That's why this is uncomfortable. And the climax is when you start to feel good and you start to feel comfortable in your own skin, you start to feel like yourself again, pulling yourself up. Outside influence is communication. Eight of Wands is also communication. So whatever maybe you're hearing or messages you're receiving or, whatever is going on, change around you that puts you back into that climax of that Nine of Pentacles energy. It takes work to clear your minds. It takes work to have mental clarity. It takes work to control your thoughts. It's not easy. And it can be tiring. Sometimes you just don't feel like it. Sometimes you just want to feel your emotions. Sometimes you just want to be in a bad mood. Sometimes, we're all human. So overall message energy for this is, heartache and loss. Okay. So this is how bringing yourself up out of how you're dealing with heartache and loss. The hands are pointed down. It almost looked like, angels' wings here when I look at this card. But really it's like a cavern with a little bit of sky showing. And her face is half hidden. It's like you don't want to show that emotion. And I can't help but notice that in this card, like your hand is over your face. Intuition. This is the High Priestess. The veil between two worlds. Right? When we meditate, we clear our minds. And we sort of go, that's our way to go within the veil between two worlds. When we sleep, when we meditate, you need to go with your intuition to process this heartache and loss. And it's a waiting game. This is Two of Wands energy. It's a waiting game and it's a decision. But you will achieve that Four of Wands energy, which is that home life, homecoming celebration. What this is telling you is you can always go back home. When difficult things like this happen, you could always go back home. Looks like Barbra Streisand a little bit. And I feel like, I can't sing, but memories like the corners of my mind. That's what I feel like this, corners of my mind, right? So I feel that that's what's going on with you. And this tower moment being a little uncomfortable, heartache and loss, you're processing it, you're going within. And outside influence, this could also be a counselor with that Nine of Pentacles. Because Nine of Pentacles are physical, material, possessions, health, income, education, career, household, dwelling, home life. So I'm just putting it out there. It wouldn't be for everyone, but I'm just putting it out there. So it's a decision. You have the intuition, heartache and loss, the intuition. That's the High Priestess energy. It's like a death almost sometimes. And sometimes when we have heartache and we have any type of loss, things just tend to stand still and get very quiet. And that's what I feel with this. This is how you're processing this. Even, again, closing your eyes. These two cards came together. This is the same position with the eyes closed, with the face. The waiting game, Two of Wands. It's like you're walking in circles and building new roots and just taking your time, But it's not like you're in a rush, because in the end, you know, you can always go home and you always have that foundation. You always have family. And I'm depicting here man, woman, child. Never really looked to see on this card. So I think it's a little boy, but take it as it applies, because it's just what it's saying. It's Trinity and unity with the households. And there's always the safe harbor, and there's always a homecoming. And this is a homecoming and celebration as well. So it might be right now that the recovery for that is, you know, coming together with people, like-minded people, family, and rejoicing. And that's going to help you pull you through this tower moment. Okay? So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Namaste. I pray you find your way. Please hit like and subscribe and spread the love. I'll see you next time at TAROTPOSH. Thank you. TAROTPOSH. Namaste. I pray you find your way. Mwah.